Welcome to another episode of LEGO Worlds. In today's episode, we are going to try and make the perfect house. This was requested by one of the subscribers. I am Utrom, and as you can see, I already have the walls put up and a door already in, and I'm going to try and put down a walkway. And this was an interesting build. I know I'm not going to be finished with it. This is just one part of the episode. And it only took half an hour to build because I messed up in some areas and I had to do some fillers and try to make it as good as possible. This is just a mini scale house. It's not going to be a big giant house. Unless you guys want to see me make a big giant house. So here I am trying to put a walkway, but the door keeps popping off, which is kind of strange, but I think it's because of an invisible barrier that's there. So, as you can see, I had to put the door down quite a few times. And I tried to put a little piece on my walkway, not so big, to see how far the barrier is, and apparently the door still came down. So you do have limitations on how far pieces can be from the door. So I'm just walking around the house thinking, well, how can I make this look like a house? And I came up with some ideas. There's a couple ways you can make houses. You can use the pre-built stuff or you can do it from scratch. I did mine from scratch. But I did mine a little differently. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting bricks. Well, I like to call them bricks. Brick look around the house here. Even though I already built the foundation. And I wasn't sure how this was going to work. I'm just, you know, playing around. And as you can see, it's actually making the brick tile pattern, which is what I was going for. Normally, you can build a house without doing what I'm doing. Here I messed up, so I have to take away all these bricks, which is a slower process than putting them there. So like I said, you can build a house in about 30 minutes or less, which is half an hour. If you want to go into real fine detail, yeah, it will take probably a longer time. Which, if you guys want me to try and do a very fine detailed house, which I'm up for the challenge, I will try and do a very fine detailed house. But this one is just a model house. It's not very big on the inside. It's just for demonstration purposes. So now it's the beginning of the week, so I have to wait for the new showcase to come out, which should be the last of the 1950 showcases, which I can't wait to see the last one. And I can't wait to see what they have in stored for next month. I mean, I have my own ideas for what they might do, but then again, they could do something and actually surprise me. So now I'm going to go and brick this wall here. I was thinking of using the 1x1, and then I noticed I can go and just brick it. And I realized that by bricking it, it was much better. But if I couldn't have put that brick there, yeah, I would have had to use the 1x1 Lego brick. So, this is the walls of my house. So now I'm going to choose a different color. And I decided to do this the right way this time. because I have many different ways of making the roof. You can make a simple roof, or you can literally go in detail and make a roof. I'm going to go and make the roof. Of course, you can see it looks like it has gaps in it, but when it's done, it's going to be a nice roof. And instead of placing it brick by brick, I'm doing just the drag method. It's easier, it's faster. It cuts time in half when using it. As you can see, I keep messing it up sometimes with it. But you will make mistakes here and there and have to go and fix them. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to go back and forth till both half of the roof's pieces meet to make one roof. Which this is a simple process. I mean, you can make a flat roof, you can make a triangle roof, you can make roofs with chimneys. There is so many roofs you can make. And I know it looks like when you're putting it together, it looks like you're gonna have this big open gap, and it's like, well, how are you gonna fix the gap? How are you gonna make it look like it belongs? So I'm using a 2x2x2 roof tile type thing here. And what's nice about this, we got ourselves a roof. Now, because I have two more spots that need a roof, I have to find a Lego piece that will meet that criteria. So this is actually a fun build to do. Here I'm going to need some test, trial, and error. Just again, try and get an idea which Lego piece I need that will blend in. which I believe I went with the 1x3 slope. I was just going to build one up at a time, and then I decided, nope, we're not going to do one at a time. We're just going to zip along with it. Let's see, finish off the roof. And this time I have most of the roof up, so I can just model it right from the roof. So I know exactly how high I have to go. And now I just turn it around and do the other side. You can make the house any color you want. You can make the roof any color you want. I will probably make an episode with this house, but there will be like more to it. It'll be like decorated, and the outside of the house, the yard will be a little bit better. But the challenge was to make the perfect house, and that's what I'm doing. So now we got our roof. I have to go back, switch colors. I mean, there is an easier way than doing what I'm doing, but I figure I'll do it through the menus for this episode. So I wanted to make the roof area look different, but I also wanted a window. Now there's a lot of selections of fixtures of windows and doors that I can use. So I chose a little small window that will fit in the area. And I put the window in earlier this time rather than try to put it in normally, like I normally do. And then usually when I know I put a window in, I have to go in and clear out some bricks and fix it up. Which I'll be showing you guys that method as well. So now it's starting to look like a full roof, and it's got a window. Now, if you guys wanted to, you could put a window in the back. I didn't put a window in the back, but you could. Like I said, you can design the house any way you want. I might actually try and do a bigger scale house later on. Or I might expand this house. I don't know yet. So now we got our window and the rest of the wall for the roofing complete. This, I'm just going to put a wall back here. As you can see, it's going up pretty fast. I like the drag method of dragging my Legos across like this, rather than placing them one by one, like we used to do when it first came out. I'm glad they added this feature. Because it makes building go a little bit faster. Okay, so now we have our house. I want to put windows in. But I wanted ones that had like a flower bed type thing to them. And I wanted it to be small enough that I can use them. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to place it on the house wall. But see, I didn't place it perfectly, so I want to try and place it perfectly. So this is where fixing things come in, because I sort of messed up, but I have at least an idea where I want to put it. But when I went to fix it, I messed up again. So we have to remove the bricks that I put, which takes a long process. I hope they put a method in to clear them up faster, like they do, putting them out faster. But when I retract it, I accidentally put a hole in my wall, but you know what? That's fine, because it's in the spot I need it where it has to be. So what I'm doing now is trying to line these up. I think a better way of putting windows in is to just, when you build, just put the windows as you're building it. It's probably the better way of doing it. This method is more time consuming. But I figure I'll show you both ways. So now comes the fun part. Removing bricks to find your window. And the reason I say this is fun, because you can remove a brick that doesn't have your window. So I'm just going to remove the bricks. But I just want the window to be exposed. I ain't going to worry about the outer ridge and stuff. So you can see how the Windows bracket showing, and you can see that there's a ledge where the wall of the roof is. Well, we're going to clean this up because this is supposed to be a nice house on the inside as well. Like I said, this is a tiny small house, just a model house, just to showcase it. I like to make a big model house eventually and see how it turns out. So I decided I'm going to use some squares for 2x2, and then I'm going to use 1x1 as filler. I messed up on that one. And I tried to go back and do it again. Now for the pegs that are exposed, I'm just putting a 2x2 flat tile over it that's smooth. That way it looks like it's the Windows ledge, and what's nice about that, it looks proper. And when I went to put the 1x1s in the back, it didn't go right, so I had to go in and fix it. So instead of taking them all down, I only took one of the 1x1s down and tried to fix it from there. And there's your first window with a ledge. Now we gotta do the same thing for this window. But I put the 1x1s in the wrong area and broke my window. It happens. I will admit it happens. But that's fine, we can fix it. Because now we got the outline where the window goes. So now I can put my 1x1s in. Put my 2x2 in. John tells me I forgot to put the flats in. I don't remember. So, I'm going to use my 1x2. Which I'm in the wrong area, apparently. As you can see, I'm in the wrong area, so I have to clear this up. But I'm going to use my 1x2 and I'm going to fill in this wall here on the inside. You don't need to fill it in unless you're making the house perfect. You could also, if it was big enough, you can actually make it into an attic space, which houses have where you can store stuff in it. But seeing it's the scale of the house I'm using, I'm just going to fill it in. And you ain't going to see this window on the inside. Which is okay because there's no way of really going up there on the inside. If there was a way of going up there on the inside, I would not be doing it this way. I'd probably be doing it a different way. Like making a attic space where I can store stuff. So now on the other side, I'm going to do the same exact thing. Just to fill it up. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Any questions you have about LEGO Worlds or anything like that, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next LEGO Worlds episode, which I'm not sure what I have planned for the next episode yet, but I'm pretty sure whatever I come up with is going to be very interesting. I might try to do another mini play set or a bigger play set. I mean, I have a bunch of ideas, but we'll see on the next episode.